Okay, so what about some harder polynomials, right? Something like this. For this one, we're told f of x is equal to 18x cubed plus 15x squared minus x minus 2. So what is f of minus a half going to be? Well, the general rule of the factor theorem is exactly the same. So f of minus a half is just going to be 18 times minus a half cubed plus 15 over, well, 15 times minus a half squared minus a half minus 2. And that's just going to be 18 over 8 plus 15 over 4 minus 15 over 8 minus or plus a half minus 2, which is just going to be 0. So therefore, a factor is going to be x plus a half. We can, if we want to, divide f of x by x plus a half. Or what we can do is, all we're going to do is times this by 2. And we're left with 2x plus 1 is a factor of f of x, right? Because for this one, it's still equal to 0. And x will still have to be minus a half. So, let's divide it now. We got 18x cubed plus 15x squared minus 8 minus 2. And we're dividing it by 2x plus 1. How many times does 2x go into 18x cubed? All we need to do is literally divide this by this. And what we're left with is 9x squared. So 9x squared times 2x plus 1 is just going to be 18x cubed plus 9x squared. And so when we minus them, we're left with 0 plus 6x squared. Put the minus x down. How many times does 2x go into 6x squared? Well, one thing what we can do is we divide this from this. So 6x squared divided by 2x, that's just going to be plus 3x. Okay? And so let's multiply this by this. So we get 6x squared plus 3x. And so what we're left with is 0 minus 4x. Put the minus 2 down. And to multiply 2x to get minus 4x, it's just going to be minus 2. Okay? And so when we put that there, we're going to get 4x minus 2. And we get 0. So therefore, f of x is just going to be 2x plus 1. 2x plus 1, sorry. And 9x squared plus 3x minus 2. Okay? So now, how are we going to solve the equation? We know what the brackets are, but how do we get what the x values are? Well, for this one is easy. It's just going to be x is equal to minus a half. But for these ones, it's going to be a bit more tricky. I'm going to put it up here. What two numbers add up to make 3 but multiply to make minus 18? 6 and minus 3, so 9x plus 3x minus 2 is equal to, I'll write it underneath, 9x plus plus 6, 9x squared, sorry, plus 6x minus 3x plus 2. Alright. I'm going to swap those around, so we're left with 9x squared minus 3x plus 6x plus 2. And so what we're left with is we can factorize each of these. If we factorize that, we get 3x and 3x minus 1. And for this one, we need to get 3x minus 1 somehow. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna factor out 2, and then it's 3x minus 1, okay? Sorry, I keep writing my minuses as plus. Always focus on your signs, guys. And so what we're left with is 3x plus 2 and 3x minus 1, okay? So what we're left with is our final solution, and our fully factorized bracket is 2x plus 1 and 3x plus 2 times 3x minus 1. Now, all we need to do is solve each of these. We know that for this one, it's x is equal to minus a half. For this one, it's going to be x is equal to minus 2 over 3. And for this one, x is going to be equal to a third, okay? Because what we do is we set each of these to 0. And we can solve from there. If you're finding this video helpful, guys, please subscribe as it helps out the channel more than you can ever imagine. And all it means is you guys will get much better videos. What about for this one? So for this one, we're told, write 8x to the 4 minus 12x cubed plus 4x plus 3 over 2x minus 3 in the form ax plus b plus c over factor. How are we going to do this one? Well, what this means is there is a remainder. That's all this means, okay? So all we're going to do is we're going to do our polynomial long division like I've taught for the past 2 videos. So this will be 8x to the 4 minus 12x cubed plus 4x plus 3, okay? How many times does 8x to the 4 go into 2x go into 8x to the 4? 8 divided by 2, it's just going to be 4x cubed. So let's multiply 4x cubed by each of these. This will be 8x to the 4 minus 12x cubed. So what we're left with is 0. Put down the plus 4x. How many times does this go into 0? Just going to be 0. Now it means we can put the 3 down, so this will be plus 3. How many times does 2x go into 4x? Just twice, so this will be plus 2. And so all we need to do is multiply 2 by this, so we get 4x minus 6. And so what we're left with is a remainder of 9. So therefore, because we have a remainder 9, we can say that f of x is equal to 4x cubed plus 2, which is what we have on top, plus 9 over the factor that we have, which is 2x minus 3. And that is our final answer. If that didn't make any sense to you, don't worry. Join my Discord server and ask me any questions you want. Now let's combine everything we've learnt so far. So for this one, find the value of k that makes this a factor of this. So, first things first is if 4x minus 1, is a factor, it means that 4x minus 1 is equal to 0. And so therefore x is equal to a quarter is a solution. So now let's work out what k is. F of a quarter is just going to be 12 times a quarter cubed plus 17 times a quarter squared plus 35 times a quarter plus k, okay? And what does this all equal to? Because this is a solution, it equals to 0. So now, what we're going to do is we're going to evaluate all of this. So this is just going to be 12 over 64 plus 17 over 16 plus 35 over 4 plus k is equal to 0. When we evaluate all of this, we get 10 plus k is equal to 0, and so therefore k is equal to minus 10. Yeah? Okay. So now, if, let's say, we were to divide this, but it has minus 8 this time, what will the values of a, b, and c be when we put it in this form? Well, let's divide them. So, we have 4x minus 1, and we're dividing it from 12x cubed plus 17x squared plus 35x minus 8. Alright? And now let's divide. So, how many times does 4x go into 12x cubed? That's just going to be, well, 12 divided by 3 is 3x squared. So let's times 3x squared by this. So we're left with 12x cubed minus 3x squared. And so what we're left with is 20x squared. Take down the 35. How many times does 4x go into 20x squared? It's just going to be plus 5x times. 5x times 4x minus 1 is going to be 20x squared plus 5x. Sorry, there should be an x there. And what we do is we minus them together. So we're left with 40x. We can put the minus 8 down. And how many times does 4x minus 1 go into 40x minus 8? A whopping 10 times. So what we're left with is 40x minus 10. And we're left with a remainder of 2. So therefore we can say that f of x is equal to 3x squared plus 5x. Sorry. See if my thing was working. There we go. Plus 10. And then because 2 is our remainder, it's going to be plus 2 over 4x minus 1. And so therefore A equals 3, B equals 5, C equals 10, and D equals 2. Thank you guys for watching. I hope this video was helpful. If you guys want to pass your exams and make your parents proud, drop me an email and get tutored by me. Keep on learning, as you have no idea what you're capable of doing.